This week on Golf Destination, we visit some great golf destinations in different areas of the world. The Westin Rio Mar Beach Resort and Golf Club in Puerto Rico and the Ranch Golf Club in Southwick, Massachusetts. Both properties are managed by Willow Bend Development and both offer some fantastic golf. Hello everyone and welcome to Golf Destination. We begin today's show in Puerto Rico at the Westin Rio Mar Beach Resort and Golf Club. John Dennis had a chance to speak with the club's David Wood.
We're talking with David Wood, the general manager at Rio Mar, and I got to tell you, I looked at this place on the website and I talked to people who've played here. Great reviews from everybody, and now that I'm here, it's even better than what I thought it would be when I was looking at it from up north.
Well, John, thank you very much for that. We do have a special spot here. It's a little bit of everything for everyone. We've got a beautiful beach, we've got two great golf courses, we've got the rainforest nearby, and a good diversity of people.
You have 36 holes here. Are they similar? Are they different? Tell me about the differences and similarities between your two layouts.
Okay, we definitely have two different experiences here. The ocean course which we're on here, the 16th hole, is designed by George and Tom Fazio. It was built in the mid-70s, and it's very generous tee shots, very generous. As you approach the greens, you have to be a little more precise to get the ball in the right spot on the greens. The greens are very undulating, so they're difficult to putt. It's very difficult to chip and putt on the ocean course.
So visually, this sets up easy for somebody, or it would seem standing on the tee.
Exactly.
But then you really got to get your game face on when you're playing your short game.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now we go to the river course.
And the river course was designed by Greg Norman. That opened in 1997. And it's kind of the opposite experience in where your tee shots are very, very demanding. And you need to hit the ball in play. The par fives are very difficult and demanding. The greens, though, are a little bit flatter, a little smoother. The chipping areas are very generous, so it makes it a little bit easier for your short game.
Is there a risk-reward element on either or both of these courses in terms of, do I play off the tees with 4 irons, 3 woods drivers, or does that not come into play?
It does, depending on what tees you're playing and your skill level. Really, you can get around that. The lower handicap, more of a single-digit handicap, if they play the blue tees on the ocean, the par fives are reachable, and that there's some risk-reward involved there because around the greens, that little pitch shot, the short pitch shot that you have off of very tight lies, It's very difficult. So sometimes it's better to lay back.
Now, as a resort course, is this a course that after I play it once, like so many others, you say, gee, had I only known this or had I only known that? Or does it lay out there in front of you that you can pretty well adapt in your first round here at Rio Mar?
I think you can adapt, but I think you'll also feel as you play it more, the nuances, and particularly the ocean course around the greens, you'll see where to hit it and that stuff. Your chipping and putting will really come into play. On the river course, the driving part of it, hitting your tee shots, there's a few dog legs where you're not, even though we have the GPS system that gives you the yardages, so in your mind, you'll know how far you need to hit it and how much you can carry. Visually, you look at some of the shots are a little more difficult.
Well, it looks spectacular on the ocean side. I can't wait to get over to the riverside and see that as well.
That sounds great.
All right, nice to see you.
Pleasure.
If you go on location to do these stories, you actually have to play the course, which is exactly what John Dennis did as he teed it up on the first hole of the Greg Norman designed river course.
Greg Norman's first golf course design in the Caribbean is a memorable one. The river course is nearly 200 yards longer than its sister course, and it's important to hit good tee shots here. Norman lets the golfer decide how much risk one is willing to take when they step up to the tee. The decision-making begins on the first hole, a slight dogleg left with a hazard bordering the left-hand side of the fairway. Play your fade, and you should be able to make par. Like most great architects, Norman lets you warm up nicely. The short par 4 second will give you an opportunity to start your round at even after 2. But the third assumes you're ready to play. This downhill par 3 measures 190 yards from the tips and is fronted by water. The fourth is a long par 5. Keeping the ball in the fairway here will serve you well on your quest for par. Number 5 is a short par 4 with water fronting a subtle green. Then you step up to number 6, the number 1 handicap hole on the golf course. This is a classic risk-reward golf hole, a slight dogleg right, and placement of your tee shot is vital. You finish with the 9th, the longest par 4 on the golf course. 2 good shots are needed for your 2-putt par. After playing the front 9, you realize the course is truly unique and a perfect complement to the ocean course. The layout and terrain makes the golfer feel they've been island hopping and they've discovered a dream 18 in the Caribbean. The 11th is the number 2 stroke hole and the longest par 5 on the property, measuring 576 yards from the tips. The green is protected by sand and has subtle breaks. The 12th is a short dogleg left par 4. If you decide to cut off the corner of the dogleg, be wary of the tree that's looking to stop you. The 15th is a par 5 that you should be able to reach in 2. You'll begin on an elevated tee, the hole gently bends to the left, finishing at a tricky green that's protected by sand. The 17th hole gives you options on how to play it off the tee. The more you want to bite off, the more manageable you have for the approach. The finishing hole has a fairway that's not easily found. Water protects the left side, while bunkers frame the right. When your drive finds the fairway, your work is still not done. The approach is to a subtle green that's well protected by sand. The river course has all the characteristics of those newer upscale courses popping up all over the Northeast. It's long, but it also is very manageable, and the more you play it, the more you'll discover its nuances. And unlimited golf at the Westin Rio Mar lets you do just that. When you travel, you want to play the widest variety of golf, and the tandem of the ocean and the river courses at the Westin Rio Mar gives you that opportunity.
Coming up next, we visit the ocean course and the golfers have their say. Now, the ocean course at the Westin Rio Mar Beach Resort and Golf Club offers a whole different set of challenges than the river course.
The ocean course at the Westin Rio Mar is the older of the 2 golf courses. Designed by Tom and George Fazio, this course starts you out on the first tee with views of the ocean in the distance. It's a short dogleg left par 4, and if you cut the dogleg, you'll have less than 90 yards to the green. Make par here, because when you step onto the second tee, you've reached the number 1 handicap hole. Water and palm trees protect the left side, while a not-so-innocent sand trap awaits mishit shots. Your approach is just as difficult, with water now protecting the right side of an elevated green. The mounded greens are popular here at the ocean course, so don't be short or long. Otherwise, you'll be challenged with a very testy chip. Water comes into play throughout your entire round, with 7 water hazards touching 13 holes. The 4th is a manageable par 3, measuring 177 yards from the back. But don't be right, or your Titleist will be swimming with the iguanas. There is ample driving room off most of the tees, and errant shots that don't find a hazard will most likely rest in an adjacent fairway, giving the player a chance to scramble for par. Holes 6, 7, and 8 are 3 fun golf holes. Number 6 is another dogleg left. Consider favoring position over distance off this tee. If you hit it long and straight, you risk going out of bounds. Your approach is to an elevated green with a lot of contours. The 7th is a fun downhill par 4. The approach shot here is the key to this semi-island green. Hit it well, and you should have one of the easier putts on the golf course. The 8th is a Herculean par 3, playing over 200 yards from the tips, and it's all uphill to the green. If you've played well, equaling that score on the back 9 may be very challenging. The back 9, you see, measures over 200 yards longer than the front, so accuracy off the tee is a must here. The par 5 11th is the longest hole on the golf course. This 3-shot par 5 maxes out at 560 yards with yet another mounded green protected by sand awaiting your 3rd shot. This hole is followed by the par 3 12th. It's a beautiful golf hole with the Caribbean National Forest set as your backdrop. The bunker at the front of the green poses an optical illusion. My suggestion, trust your yardage. Otherwise, if you hit it long, you could end up wet behind the green. Number 15 is a long par 5 that's recognized as the number 2 stroke hole on the golf course. Walking away with par here is essential, as your greatest test awaits you next. That test is the 16th hole, the signature hole at the ocean course. A picture postcard golf hole if ever there was one. Sandy beach and palm trees on the left with more sand in the middle. This hole measures 238 yards from the tips, and add a dash of ocean breeze, and this hole really becomes a par 4. The 18th is a fantastic finishing hole that stretches to over 418 yards and a pond on the right side of the green, adding drama to any $5 Nassau. The Ocean Course is unique not just because of its breathtaking views or the four-legged friends you'll meet during the round, but because it also offers an opportunity for all level of golfers to enjoy it. And that is the true testament of a great resort golf course.
You know, to really learn how good a golf course is, or in this case, how good two golf courses are, you need to ask the people who play the courses. So that's exactly what we did.
The golf course here at Westin Rio Mar has been a real challenge for us. It's been a lot of water, and it's pretty tough. A lot of growth around the fairways, and pretty long tee shot carries, but it's a great lot of fun. We've really enjoyed it.
It's beautiful that you get such a variety of water and sand and dog legs and iguanas and birds. It's fantastic. I like the river course. It seems to be a little more challenging, a lot more water, a lot more sand.
I like the ocean course. It's the old one. I think is still the challenge one. All the greens are kind of high, so you have to land on the greens. You cannot roll the ball to the green.
I've loved the golf. I have not done as well on the golf course as I would have liked. But it's really a fair course, long for me, but very interesting and really nice.
And I think the ocean course is a better course. It's better laid out. There's more water, which people seem to like just for a scenic perspective. You don't have to be a long hitter to play well here. I think someone who just chooses their clubs wisely and doesn't try to go over the green too much. Anything in front of the green, anything in play, and you're pretty much going to be okay.
It was a really very nice course. Kind of wide open, which is good if you haven't been playing a lot of golf, which not many of us have. A lot of fun around the greens and some really beautiful holes like this par 3 12. So yeah, lovely course.
River course is a little bit, for us, I mean for me, it's a little bit harder than the ocean course, but both of them, you have to manage the course. It's not just hit the ball far and that's it. You have to manage the game.
Well, we've played the ocean once and the river twice, and we think it's more interesting on the river side. The ocean course is a big, wider fairways, and the river course takes a lot more precision off the tee.
It's nice all the time, even if it rains. It's a warm rain and it's great. I mean, golf down here is really nice. You can come here in the winter in the States and come down here, and it's wonderful. The weather's great.
The impressions overall are good. In addition to the course being nice, the people here are very nice. They're very helpful. I couldn't help but noticing they knew me and my wife's name by the second day. They had our clubs out. It was just, overall it's just a nice feeling.
The whole experience has been great. The service is good, the staff is anxious to please. All you have to do is mention that you might like something and somebody's there to do it. The casino has been fun. The whole experience is really great. We will come again, I'm sure.
Take care of you, you get shuttled everywhere. I mean, you're just pampered. And we're going to go back with big smiles on our faces, and everyone's going to wonder why.
Up next, we head back to the mainland to Western Massachusetts and the Ranch Golf Club.